Okay, this could be a disaster. I don't know. I'm trying to learn France 40. I always say I am not going to learn a game live. It's ridiculous. Why would anyone like it? It's crazy, but that's what I do. So I don't know. I'll be on here maybe, let's say, an hour. I did invite Jeff from Hex to Hex, but it was pretty late. It's late there where he is, so he's probably in beddy time to go to work like a good, responsible person. Let me do the old checking to make sure that you can hear me. Yep, here I am. Am I live? It says I'm live. Yep, I am live. I got 2 people watching. Okay, well, I guess you let me know if you can hear me. So, nothing better than learning a game live. I have set this up before, but then that's pretty much all I did. I don't know why I stopped. And I played Normandy 44, Caucasus Campaign, and I feel like I've played, Ukraine 43, Ukraine something. I think that's a Mark Simonich game. So I've played the game. I'm familiar with the concept of the zones of control, locking zones of control, zone of control bonds, ZOC bonds, as it were. I have the German reinforcements on here ready to go. I think, so I'm going to just try to learn it. I was watching a video. Hey, what's up, Charles? Hey, OG, what's up? Charles, I don't think you have videos, but go check out the original Grognard. He's been playing some space infantry lately. I'm also live on Twitch if you ever have the itch to go to Twitch. Okay, anyway. So I'm going to learn it. If you've played France 40 before, I am open, and it'll be a slow go here, this first video for sure. But I did mark something here. I was watching a video about the battle for France, and I was watching, they captured Cambrai. I really need to learn how to pronounce these. As I was watching these 2 videos, these 2 different people make videos, their pronunciations were so awesome. I'm like, I surely should learn how to pronounce the names. It's kind of a little tougher on live because I don't know which ones I'm going to focus on. But Cambrai and Saint Quentin, yeah, Saint Quentin. Anyway, these were taken on the 18th. You may hear my children yelling and stuff. Just how we are in the wardrobe house. So they took these on the 18th. So I'm going to use that kind of as a guide. I'm starting on the 13th of May. So this is a little end to the attack and the battle for France. You're going this direction towards, sorry. You're going this direction. The Germans are going to try to capture these here. I don't know what the victory conditions are. Just go as far as I can. I have to do, unusually for me, I have to be aggressive, and not worry about stuff. So we're just going to go through the sequence of play. I'm going to make some mistakes, and so Charles, I need to go check if I have commented on yours. I just feel like I know you because you're on here a lot, often commenting, which I really appreciate, and Jeff and Hex to Hex and all that. But I need to make sure I'm subscribed to you, and don't worry about your quality of videos. I mean, come on, this is not quality what you're watching right here. This is me making notes in a notebook to go check out Charles Latour. Also, I need to make my notes. So Simonich games always have a lot of, not a lot compared to, some games. There's a lot of exceptions. And so I struggle with that. And every time I play, I'm in the rule book almost every turn. Hey, what's up, Brian? What is my Twitch? Wardrobe Plays World War II. All one word. Wardrobe Plays World War II. So Wardrobe Plays WWII. Yeah, awesome. Sign up. Hey, Big Board, what's up, Kev? Yeah. Charles, you want quality videos? Go to Big Board or one of the original Grognard. Hey, thanks, Brian. Yeah, sub. You have to get up to like 50 subs before you can, and then like a certain number of views per video and so many minutes. It's gonna be a long time before I reach that. So anyway, yeah. Anybody knows France 40, man? Come on and give me ideas. All right, so I'm just gonna go through this routine. My chair's really loud. I need to oil it. Okay, sequence of play. Let me just kind of look at the charts here. I like 7-inch games. I mean, look, you're doing the Battle of France. Each one's a division, though, so that explains why there's not as many units. I'm playing OCS over there. Or not OCS, I'm sorry. I'm playing SCS, and there's 3, stacks per hex and all that. It's good to have you on here, Kev, as always. So the stacking's not too many. It's 7 stacking points. And I was just reading this about a division. Stacking is units of the same division stacked together are never valued at more than 3 stacking points. Oh, units of the same division stacked are never. Oh, wow. So it's like basically 1 stacking hex per. Oh, geez. But I was having a little trouble. Is like, where is the division name? I think it's the one that's kind of slanted over here on the side, like 1DCR 39, first more, 13th. Yeah, but it's weird though, because it's not though, because it's like cocked to the side up there. Entry hex. Yeah, it can either be their turn or entry. Oh, that's on the left-hand side there. It's funny, it doesn't tell you what that symbol is at all. I think it's just part of the same division. So 13th, first more. So they're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then they're on that, okay. Because they're not of the same division. In fact, I think they're all different. What do we got here? The Germans are 8th of 5, 13th of 5, and 14th of 5. Oh, those are battalions, right? Brigades, sorry. Oh boy. Where have the Aussie been? I've seen no CEO Kev vids for a while. Holland 44 is my favorite. Need this on Normandy 44. I really like all the marks. Yeah, they're good. I got rid of Normandy 44. I'm not really clear why I did that. I think I was looking for money to get another game, so I sold off a bunch. I do that. I go back and forth. I might get it again. It's on pre-order, so maybe I'll get the new version when it comes out. Not new. I don't think they're changing anything, but get the new one when it comes out. But yeah, it's really good. And Holland 44, I should probably get that one as well. Really, I mean, I like Market Garden. I got Hills Highway, and it's an old one, but I got it just because I wanted to try it out. All right, let's get moving here. Let's quit messing around. I'll work through the rules. So German initial phase, flip all the arrow from the use side to the ready side. Movement phase, German reinforcements enter at this time. All right, so we got these here. These guys all come on at B, C, D, and that is it. Okay. Appreciate y'all coming on too, by the way. All 5 of you to watch me reading rules. Maybe just, maybe you can just pull it over to bed and, let little sweet wardrobe put you to sleep. All right, so there's zones of control, right? It costs no additional to enter, but you pay 2 to exit. Okay, so different than exactly the opposite of the game I'm playing right now in SCS. So I need to stop talking about that so I don't forget. So you don't have to stop when you enter a zone of control. If you start and you move into another one and stop, as long as it does not cross or enter the zone. A unit that starts its move in a zone of control may move directly into another and stop. Okay, so you have to stop. It affects retreats, advance after combat, and lines of supply, of course. The bonds there. So I just need to know if it makes bonds with. Can you attack across a Zoc? You guys know that? So Charles, Kev, I think you've played a couple of these. Anybody else? Can you attack across a Zoc bond? Negating when enemy units are located on each side. I printed the rule book. Actually, it was printed for me. It was already printed when I got this version, but then I stapled it. It was printed black and white, so it's got red lines here. Red lines indicate enemy Zocs. There's no hex side between D and E. So you can cross the river. So Zocs do cross rivers. Interesting. Okay. And map edge and the coast. All right. So over here, but it crosses rivers. Does it cross towns? I guess so. And they do not have a Zoc. Okay. Groovy. So I remember playing this, and I remembered I just need to skirt around this fort. I was spending time at it. I just need to go around it. So, like I'm kind of screwed here because I can't move here because I have to stop there, and that's a bummer because this guy's so I can't. I have to stop here. I don't want to fight across this river, but I'm gonna have to. But I could move here and then move here and have some of the units on that side. So I think I will do that. I'm not really clear on the divisions here because they're all different. I mean, is it the color or is it the hex color in the middle? No, because the colors, I think, indicate a variety of other things. All right, well, I don't know. So we're going to move these guys here. So let's get to moving. Roads and wireless. So it's one movement, non-mech and mech. Okay, so it's just one on the roads. No halves, so I don't have to count halves out. That's interesting. Okay, and railroads. So I assume I can move as a stack here. So I could, so either way, but that's a, okay, so 1, 2, oh, geesh. Wait, these guys can move 3? I can't even get up there for the, what is it? What are these guys doing? 3? All right, well, bam, there they are. Sheesh. It's really interesting that it's 1. I guess what it's mainly doing is counteracting the woods and the whatever else. Okay. Oh, you shush your mouth there, Kev. No, Kev, I don't think it's... in a way, I think it is the color code in the box, but then gray has got a ton of them. But it says here that French North African units are indicated with a black unit type box. Units with a low TQ have the light yellow. Light yellow. That's interesting. What's a light yellow? I mean, these are yellow, but I would not call that light yellow. It's interesting. So if they're red, they're elite. If they're in a white box, okay, here's one. That's a tank. So if it's a white box, it's a low quality, but it says here that if the, sorry everybody, if the units have a low TQ, which is a white box, they have the added visual reminder of a light yellow unit box. Unfortunately, my poor, oh, there it is. Yeah, it's real faded yellow. And there's numbers on the side like 71. It says it's the unit ID. Huh? Well, I don't know. Stacking exceptions. Stacking points values are printed on units and generally follow. Battalions are 1, regiment, brigades, and remnants are 2, and divisions are 3. The 3 units of the German Panzer divisions. All right, so that's the dark. It's the dark numeral there. So like 12 of 4, 33 of 4, and 5 of 4, they're all the same division. So that's only 3 stacking points. So I could stack even more. And then every stack is allowed to have 1 tank unit with a stacking value of 2 or less, even if it would exceed the stacking limit. A stack with 2 tanks that exceed 7 is prohibited. It can never be exceeded except during the course of movement, retreat, and advance. That's normal. And then they have to be resisted after. And then you correct it by eliminating. Whew, dang, dude. It's always rough. All right, let's get moving here. Well, they're not going to move. They're going to attack. They're going to stay there. I assume I can't cross that major river. Movement points. Major Hexside mech cost +2. Oh, well, I still can't cross it. And the minor river Hexside is defender ×2. So they're going to be a 12. What the blank? So I can actually cross that. Oh, no, I can't cross it because there's a zone of control bond. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I got to get rid of that unit. So can I stack anyone else with them? 7, 7, and 5, 5, 5. What would woods cost me to move in there? 2, and then move in there. It'd be another. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, and then I'd be attacking across that. Let's see if I can do it. Hopefully that's not. Hopefully that's a legit move. I can't believe they only move 3 hexes on a road. Well, so where am I going to want to bring these guys? Do I want to bring these guys here? I mean, golly, it's going to take them forever to get here. Boom, boom. Can't cross that. Stinking Zach bond. One, two, 3. That is insane. But see, then I got 3 and 23. So I'm like, they must belong to the same division. They're just 2 different divisions? Okay. Wow, this guy's just in the woods here. Do I have more stuff coming in on D? What's up, D? Not a whole lot. What is the purpose of these guys? Just kind of keep them honest? Jeesh. Man, this is what's here? I probably can't look at this. There's 2 things in that stack. I can't imagine I'm going to get anything of that. 1, 2, 3. Sheesh. I can't cross that. That's a Zoc bond. So I've got to defeat this guy here. And what are the reds there? I think that's a fort. I'll attack one of those units, although there's no defender ×2. Oh, man. Major river, they're doubled and they're halved. Yikes. And red is a fort, I believe. 1 left shift. Jeez. All right, what do we got here? What's up, Hex to Hex? Go check your Facebook Messenger if you're decent. Hex to Hex. Oh, wait, what was early? This game was early in the series? Or another game? What are you talking about here? Oh, come on. Man, who invited this guy? He moved. Oh, my gosh. I told you. Why do I do this? That was a question. That is box on unit values. I mean, inside unit type. NATO symbol box should say 171, 271. Yeah. Kind of what you're doing great, as far as you know. Oh, brother. What's up, Brian? Brian loves watching me read rules. This looks confusing. Bob, here's the deal. I make it look confusing. I make games look really hard. Just ignore. Hello, Todd in the chat. Tag Zokban unit, then advance through. This is advance any direction rule, right? Yeah, probably. I haven't got that far, big board. If we all download the rules and read together, yes, there you go. Thank you, Brian. Oh, okay. Interesting. I thought this was a later one. No, that's why we have an expert like you on. All right, so these guys have moved there. My goal is to move them up here. Although at 12 against, actually it's going to be 6 against 6. No, whoa, 7. 6 against 14. I imagine that's not going to happen. Okay, maybe I should have moved them over here. All right, so they're not moving. They're there. They're going to attack there. Oh, yeah. Does this also limit what you can attack against? Oh, well, it doesn't matter. Who cares? I think that's it. I think I'm done moving. All right. Next, German combat phase. Conduct attacks. This is the best way. I think this is the best way to learn with all of you on board with me. Look, my rules are out. They're pretty. Yeah, the bar's low, but that's fine. Hey, Jeff, I'm not seeing a camera. Are you just going to come on audio? All right, I think Jeff's coming on audio. Check this out. Hey, what's up, Jeff?
What, dude?
Just going to do audio?
Well, I just flipped my camera up on.
Yeah, cool. Well, thanks for coming on. You can. I'm just getting bashed out there. It's just brutal. It's only right though. I asked for it. So I'm ready for combat. There's not a whole lot to move here in this first turn. And they have an extremely short move distance. All right, here we go. Multi-hex combat. So the question is, do these limit how many you can attack in a box? I don't think so. Some of the Mark Simnich games limit what you can, how high you can attack. But all right, so now I've got 12 against 8. 12 against 8. My combat modifiers are, do I have armor? Yes, I have armor against armor, so there's no armor shifts. Air or HQ support. Oh, air. Yeah, I'll take air. What do I got here? I've got 12 against 8. Would be
Use them up.
What's that?
Use them up.
Yeah, no doubt about it. So I'm assuming I just set one. Can I only set one aircraft on an attack?
I have to break my rules out. It's been so long.
I know. I need everyone to break the rules out. Let's go. It's a community effort. And they're like, learn it yourself, loser. What?
I heard you hollering about movement, but isn't there like an extended movement as long as you don't hit a Zoc?
Oh, that would be awesome, dude. Extended movement. Units may extend movement to increase their movement points by 2 MP. Yep. Unit is allowed to start adjacent and still use extended movement as long as the first text is not. Oh, man. So glad you came on. So add 2 to that. So, boop, boop. Of course, I don't know. I really probably shouldn't attack this hex because it's going to be a 6 against 14, but,
Well, I'm going to recall from my play that if you don't get your ass out of the Ardennes as fast as you can, you're never going to make those objectives.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I can just tell that already. How many air? So 5 air. Okay, so I also find it interesting that roads don't do much to your movement except for negate woods, which is big. But all right. And yeah, we're going to we need to do some air against some guys that are going to be like 8 to. So 4, 1, and 1. That's going to be, man, that's 6 against 8. 1 there. What are these guys attacking again? It's along here. It looks like it's a major river. Yeah. Choo. So 8, 10, 12 against 8. Okay. You get any game played today?
No, I'm actually sitting here consolidating all my vassal stuff so I can do some tutorial stuff.
All right. So I get to column shift on the CRT. So I got armor shift. That's only if the other guy doesn't have armor, though, I believe. Cannot be gained if the defender is in a woods. Oh, man. Come on. Come on, man. Or across a river. Sheesh. Uh-oh. You all right?
Yeah. Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. I didn't think my sound was working.
Oh, yeah. It's on. Loud and clear.
All right, cool.
All right. So do I get the quality shift? So I'm not going to get the tank shift there. I'm not going to get it there. Air or HQ support, 1 or 2 right. TQ advantage. So I do have a quality advantage. 1 or 2 right. Why would I get 2 right? The best TQ of the defender stack. If the attacker has a better rating, then the attacker receives a favorable shift to 1 column right. If the defender has a better TQ, column shift is 1 or more elite units, and the other side only has low. Oh, shoot. Well, there's no low there, so. All right, so they get, if the attacker has a better rating. Okay. Perfect, so they're better quality, so they're going to get a shift to the right. A plane's going to give them a shift to the right. HQ support. I don't think I have HQs on here. Armor shift, TQ, fortification, dial line, and attackers are have for these reasons. Nope. So it's going to be a 2 to 1, 3 to 1, 4 to 1. Oh, you just roll 1 die here. How come they give you 2 dice? That's nice. 2 players, I guess. Oh boy. Not a good first roll there. Exchange. Each side loses 1 step. And the unit selected is determined by the opposing player. No retreat for the defender if the defender had only 1 step involved. Oh, so yeah, I think we're going to choose that 847. And thus it begins with Todd's great rolling. So these guys are going to be, they're not halved, but they don't get the armor shift. They don't anyway, but they are quality. So they're going to get that in the same. So they're 2, 4. So it's the same 12 against 8. So it's going to be 2 to 1. It's going to be right. Well, do you round up or down? Shoot. I'm used to playing.
It's not MMP.
Nope. 1.5.
You know you're going to round in the benefit of the defender.
Yeah, so it's 1 to 1 then. Okay. Oh, and tack man. All right. I'm finding it particularly amusing. Yeah, it's definitely amusing, Brian, for sure. Yeah, everyone drink while you're watching me do this. 3 to 2 drop bombs. Yes, and tack move. Thanks, Doc. All right. All right, so it's going to be 1 to 1. So that one would have been not 4 to 1, but 3 to 1. So it was an A1DR. So A1DR would be the attacker loses a step. The defender must either retreat and become disrupted or conduct a determined defense. If the defender retreats, the attacker may advance after combat at the normal rate. So it doesn't say that the opposing player chooses. So the German player would choose that instead. Knock down one of the 2s. So determined defense. Don't I want to do that? Clear is a minus. Oh, clear's not a very good odds here.
No, I'm looking through the rules.
So I lose the retreat. So, okay, what do they have to retreat? Just one, I guess? So I'm going to retreat and become disrupted. I'll take that.
What was the result?
A1DR.
The attacker loses one step. The defender must either retreat and become disrupted or conduct a determined defense. If the defender retreats, the attacker may advance after combat at the normal rate.
And do I assume that they retreat only one hex?
Well, let's see. Defender must either retreat or become. Hold on, let's go down and find retreats. Here we go. When a defender retreats his own units, he is allowed to retreat them between 2 to 3 hexes, his choice.
Oh, so I have to go 2.
Yep, and they become disrupted.
Yep. So 1, 2. I think I'll do
Unless
that.
you're in a city, then it can be 1 hex.
Okay. In advance rates, so mechanized, I can just do 3, a bonus or a breakthrough. Wow. Okay. So I can advance 3 hexes with my tank.
What was the, was it normal, bonus, or breakthrough, or limited? What'd you get?
It just says,
The CRT should have given you
normal rate. So German tank can go 3.
Mm-hmm. And all the other, that's a good one. Limited is the one that sucks.
And the mechanized can go 2. Motorized infantry and allied tank. That's great. Puts them right next to this guy again.
And
fantastic.
Doesn't that,
all right, so 3 to 1 on that one.
The Zoc bomb. This may never be entered or crossed during an advance after combat, except when entering the defender's vacated hex.
Okay. Okay. So far, so good. Oh my gosh! Again, same exact result. Dang, dude. So I'll go there, and they lose a step. Same exact result. Again, I need to be playing ASL because in my MMP game and now this game, I'm rolling super low. Until I play ASL, and then I'll roll super high. All right, beautiful. All right, this attack. This is going to suck here. So 4, 1.5. So 5.5, 6.5. And then this one is going to be 6.5, 7.5, 8.5, 12.5. So it's going to go down to 12. And this guy's 14. Holy mackerel. Did I not put air on that guy? Why did I not put air on that guy? Oh my gosh. Who is playing this game? Not me, obviously. This guy's disrupted. So 14.
Like
so
Kim
it's going to be 1. Oh, so that's still 1 to 1. What's that?
Just like Kev said, bomb it.
Right. Well, I guess I haven't done these other attacks. If I can move them around, I can. It's fine by me. All right. I'll bomb it. So
you understand how overruns work, right?
Of course not. I'm reading the rules as I go.
Overrun allows units that are advancing after combat to push weak defending units out of the way.
Would a disrupted full tank division be considered a weak one? I don't think so.
Let's see.
Well, and only the tank could do it, so it's going to be a 1 to 1 unless disrupted. Whatever disrupted does. This is great. We have to pay a rules consulting fee.
I happen to have them all highlighted, thank God. other advancing units may attempt to overrun the same defending hex. Interesting. And you can target the units that retreated in regular combat.
I was actually going to put a get a piece of paper to write down the some of these things that aren't on the sheet here, like disrupted.
My damn camera won't kick on.
What's that? All right, disrupted. All right, I'll check that out here in just a minute. So I got this unit here. So I've got it so far up to a 2-to-1. I need to see if I get the armor shift. What is the armor shift? Terrain permitting. Oh yeah, this is going to be. Oh, I don't get it across. Oh man, I don't get it across to that river. Well, here we go. Hey, so Kev, you talk about. Oh, there's the camera. Everybody, there's Jeff with his new do. So, can you do multiple air attacks against a unit? Brian, the top 3 YouTube war gamers do a 3-way solo play combining a collective rules understanding of this game. We have the most accurate, compelling playthrough of all time. I think it was 3-to-1, Kev. Who knows? All right, here we go. See you, Brian. Oh, are you serious? 3rd one in a row.
Well, you definitely wouldn't roll dice if we were playing co-op.
Jiminy. Are you serious? Oh my gosh. I'm telling you. Insane.
Let's try using my camera microphone. Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right. See if
So 1, 2, 6, 6 against 8. I mean, I've got to attack. I'm the Germans. I'm trying to win this. Trying to win this like Brutus. Whatever. So.
Oh shit!
Oh, jeez.
My bad.
1 to 2. I've got the quality. That's all I got. All right. So it's 1-to-1. I'm changing dice. 6. Okay, this is going to be an interesting game.
Brian, you can't see what's below the screen though.
Each side, A1, D1. Each side loses 1 step. Surviving defenders must either retreat and become disrupted or... Oh, hold on. Hold on. This guy's in the woods.
I think it's city is the only thing.
Okay, I didn't get the armor shift. That's fine. Oh, wow. There's no wooded rough. Okay, so is that marked with a... Oh, wow. I guess the blacks are... Yeah, no. Sheesh. Okay. So there's no defense. So, wow. A1, D1. So each side loses a step. Surviving defender must either retreat and become disrupted or conduct a determined defense. If the defender retreats, the attacker may advance after combat at the normal rate. So lose a step. And I guess unless it says I get to choose, so I'm going to go 227, loses that. And a determined defense would keep them there, or I can live to fight another day.
Yeah, I don't think I did very many of those as the French, unless I really desperately needed to try to stop something.
I keep trying to retreat where I'm building a Zoc bond, but I really need to. So 1, 2. I guess I'll go there. I'll block that so it'll slow them down. These guys get to advance normally, so that's 3 for the tank. So you're saying I can overrun?
Yep, you can overrun. It doesn't tell you, it doesn't say, I think what they're telling you, it's a benefit to knock tiny units out of the way, or maybe units that are disrupted.
There's no specifics about it. It doesn't say it has to be a certain strength before you can overrun, but one stack they have to start together, they can overrun. If you happen to have, like if you had two stacks that attacked a hex, and they can both conduct overruns, but only one stack at a time, and they can both hit the same unit, but just one at a time.
Okay, well, I got an 8-4-7 tank elite against an infantry, so I don't know why I wouldn't overrun it. The defensive 2 disrupted,
and it costs you one movement point to conduct the overrun. At the target.
So movement is a max of 2 hexes, may not enter an enemy zone of control. If they start their move and they must move away, they may not attack or be the lead. Oh yeah, you're supposed to have lead units. Oh, and determined defense. I think you're supposed to have lead units in attack as well, don't you?
I'm looking at that right now.
And then I think that's who has to take the loss, I think.
Well, your troop quality, let's see. Where's combat results? Here we go.
Okay.
Here we go. Selecting the only player selects the unit that will take the step loss unless he is mandated to take a step loss from his lead unit during a determined defense or during an exchange or a DRX was rolled. So you only have to use the lead unit in the result of a determined defense, an exchange, or a DRX. Outside of that, you can choose which unit takes the loss.
Okay. Overruns may only be conducted during advance after combat with no more than 1 stack, and the units must have started their advance after combat stacked together. An overrun attempt costs the advance units 1 hex of their advance. Oh, okay. So if they were 3 away, I wouldn't be able to do it then, because this guy's at his 3rd movement point.
Right. So you don't have enough movement to do it.
Yeah. So basically, you can only do it when they're 2 hexes away if you're a tank, or 1 hex away. And if I'm reading that right.
Units must have started their advance after stack. An overrun attempt costs the advancing units 1 hex of their advance. If there was more than 1 attacking, blah, 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 blah. Let's see. Row congestion. So we got that. Units may not conduct an overrun from a hex containing other friendly units that have already advanced or have yet to advance. Only units that enter the defender's vacated hex may overrun. Let's see. Units that advance across a major river hex side must stop, so they may not conduct an overrun after crossing.
What's up, McMurray?
Oh, you were reading overruns against I don't see this rule you're talking about.
So overruns may only be conducted. An overrun attempt costs the advancing units 1 hex of their advance. So
Right.
if there was more than 1 attacking stack, well, so I mean, I guess I read that. Am I just reading that wrong? I don't know. I read that as like, so he moved 1. So he retreated 2 hexes.
Oh yeah. Okay. So yeah. So you would need to hit his hex 2 movement points at the most.
Yeah, and the tank advanced 1 hex,
Right.
2 hexes, and that's usually normally allowed 3, but he wants to overrun, but he can't, right? Because it's going to cost 1.
Yeah, that's what it says. Well, no, it says it overruns by only. No, it says that it costs 1 of your advances, so you've got 2. Yeah, to do the override, so you wouldn't be able to get in there. You got it. Is there a road there? Would it?
Yeah, but I don't think you count. It's not normal movement. I think advance is just hexes.
You play. I'm going to read through this. We'll get it right.
Okay, but because their example looks like you could do it. Looks like I could do it.
It's all German non-panzer units made. Well, yeah, but Panzer can move 3.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm reading it wrong. So he's
Yeah.
gonna do it. So
You said it was a normal advance, right?
yep.
So so your armored units can move 3. And
Overrun
recon,
tables.
and your recon units.
So it is 8-1.
But Mac, hi Brian.
3. Overrun, yes. Overrun successful. Defender retreated 2 X's and becomes disrupted, or full retreat if already disrupted. Attacker may resume advance after combat. All right. Well, so he's done it. He's done advancing.
And he's a full retreat status now.
And what does that mean?
There's a flip your disrupted marker over. He's not worth a crap right now.
But he now moves his full movement points, right? Or,
yeah. While you do your other stuff, I'll read that.
It looks like just 2. So I'll wait. Let me know. Okay.
I think for all the penalties of disruption with the following, they can ignore the 2 hex movement restriction and move their full movement allowance away, including extended movement. Their defense strength is 0. And if they're stacked with other units, they don't contribute anything. And if not stacked, they must immediately retreat 2 hexes if an enemy unit moves adjacent to them. And they take longer to recover.
I assume they don't have a zone of control.
Well, they have a strength of 0, so I guess not. Let's see. Oh, I guess that'll be under disruption, actually.
Man, stinking. Where's my MMP odds?
Disrupted units retain their troop quality, their zone of control, and their armor shift abilities. They keep them.
I'm not going to attack that. Do I want to get rid of this guy or do I want to get rid of that guy? I think I want to get rid of the guy across the river, even though it's going to be like impossible. So, he's low quality. Yippee!
I'm gonna tell you what, you got out of that little piece of the Ardennes right there. I was 4 turns before I could get out.
1, 2, 6. 6 against 12. Six against 12 is 1-2. I got an airplane, 1-1. I got quality, 2-1. Now, why do I get a 2 right for total quality advantage? 2.5. I like it when they put the rule reference. No, 9.5. Oh, yes. All right, so I'm now moved up to 3-1. Nice.
Kenny, check this out. If y'all can see this in the camera, these things are anywhere from like 10 to 30 bucks, depending on who you get them from, but I got them on Amazon. They're like a document protector, like a thin plexiglass document protector that your maps drop in. So if you're just going to throw a one mapper like he's playing on the table, these things are great and they're cheap.
That's awesome.
I got like 3 of them laying around here. Of course, you know me, I'm playing all these monster games. These ain't going to work for that.
Yeah. So we got McMurray on with us, Brian. All right, Brian, we'll see you, man. Sorry to be confusing. Just admiring that map. Sleep well, Brian. Where do you get your plexiglass for the maps? Either frames like Jeff just showed, Hex just showed, or frames from Michael's or wherever. That's cheaper and thinner. Or you just go to Lowe's, Home Depot, wherever, and pick it up. It's a little bit more expensive now because everyone's using it for COVID shields, but
yeah,
it's still doable. I've heard don't worry about the low glare because I hear it really doesn't do much. I've never bought low glare. I've always thought about it. But at least the ones you can buy in some of those stores, maybe you can go to a specialty plexi place or something, but I don't know where that is here in my area. I'd have to find a store.
I think my last batch for my table came from Buffalo, and the first batch I ordered came from California, and yeah, that was not cheap.
All right, so 1.5. 5.5. Whoa. 5.5, 6.5, 7.5. So 7.5 and 4 is 11.5, 12.5, 13.5. So down to 13. And this guy's a 12. So that's 1-to-1. Please give me the quality. So it's 1-to-1, it's 2-to-1, 3-to-1, 4-to-1. It's a 4-to-1. Come on. 2. I am rolling so freaking low. The defender must retreat and become disrupted or conduct a determined defense. The attacker may advance after combat at the normal rate. So he doesn't lose anything. He just has to retreat and he becomes disrupted.
Peter, what's up, dude?
I think I'll go 1. Crap, who's this guy? Is he supposed to be here? Who is this guy? Who's this 463? Well, he's here. I bumped him. All right. 1, 2. And these guys all get to retreat normally. So this guy could actually go against the woods here. Boom, boom, boom.
No, you can't cross.
You can't cross a Zot bond.
Even in advance, you can't. Only if it's the first hex or the defender's hex. I'm sorry.
But they could overrun this guy if they wanted to.
Why not? Smack the crap out of him.
Everyone can do 2. So who's my stronger stack? Looks like these guys. So boop and boop. All right. So it's now full power. So it's 11, 13, 15. 615 is going to be 2-to-1. Quality. Yep. 2-to-1. Quality 3-to-1. He's low quality, so it's another shift for quality, and he's a tank. Does it again? I'm sorry, I keep forgetting this. This is what happens to me every time I play Simonish games. I'm like, so do they get the tank shift or not?
They're in the clear, aren't they? Were they crossing the river?
They're crossing a minor river. I don't think that matters. Okay. Yep. So it's 5-to-1. Let's go, baby. Okay. How about another 1?
Jesus, dude. You want me to get some dice?
Seriously. What the heck? All right. So he's got to retreat 2 or 3. So he's going to retreat 2.
Peter, what are you doing? HO scale rail car or something?
What are you talking about?
I'm looking at the chat.
Oh, Peter. Hey, thanks. Hey, Peter, thanks for jumping on. Oh, wait, those guys can't advance. And yeah, that was 1, 2. And this guy could advance 1 more, so he'll go there. So these guys get to advance as well.
And they can overrun too.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I got a stack here. I probably am not allowed to look at what's below this unit here.
Did that French unit you just retreat, was he supposed to disrupt?
Probably. Yes.
You've already got a hole broken open. You got to take advantage of that.
All right, well, I'll do it. I don't know what I'm attacking. I assume I can't look. So I'm defending against 4, and it's 10, 12. That's 3-to-1. Quality is...
Any air left?
It's 3-to-1, so it's 4-to-1. But the other guy's got armor, so it's 4-to-1.
You got any air left?
No, I've used them all. I think I might just need to get different dice. 3. I've rolled 1, 1, 1, 1, 3, 6. Another defender retreat. Well, they become disrupted. I guess I could probably split up that retreat too, I assume. I assume they don't all have to go to the same spot, but I might as well go back to the woods. Be cozy. So that was 1. That was 2. Then I can move that guy 3. I think that's it. This guy, what happened here? Nothing? Yeah, nothing happened there. All right. Cool. Wait, hold on here. So I could have overrun these guys. So would I have wanted to do that with these 8s? I might as well. So 2 to 1. And
Isn't most of the French armor over on that side of the map? Except for
What's
the
what's that?
Isn't most of the French armor over on that side of the map? Except for the de Gaulle division?
Yeah, for the most part. Yeah, there's a 5, and then there's 1, 2, 3. They're kind of spattered around, but yeah, that's it. Most of it's up here.
And then all your Brits come in over there too.
So 2 to 1 and quality 3 to 1. So 5. What's that number? Ooh, A1D1. Yikes. So if they if it's an overrun, I assume that they don't. If I'm defeating them in an overrun, I don't get to keep overrunning based on retreats, right?
You get your. I mean, so okay, on the overrun, does it give you an advance?
Yeah, I guess it does.
Because if it does, you keep going.
Oh,
it says,
shoot, man! Then I need to do that up here as well.
Exactly. Yeah, you do. Yeah, that I was thinking about that one where you sent that guy into that retreat, because that's a gaping hole out of the Ardennes right there.
Well, then I would overrun this guy again at 1 to 1.
Yeah, I'm gonna read some more about it.
Oh no! No, I just lost a unit.
Uh-oh.
Germans just lost one. An 8-4. Getting cocky. There's the Gimblow Gap. McMurray and I might play that. So if they have to retreat,
and they're disrupted.
Wait, what did I just say I got? I rolled a 2. Oh yeah, A1DR. So A1DR. If they're disrupted and conduct, if the defender retreats, the attacker. So does anything happen if do they get disrupted again, or are they just?
They go, if you disrupt them a second time, I think they go to full retreat. Isn't that what happened to that unit over here, right?
Yeah, that's right. And then they have to move their full movement.
Uh-huh. Well, yeah. Well, yeah. And there's the full retreat. They may ignore the 2 hex movement restriction and move their full. They don't have to.
Yeah, I think they'll stay there. So then this guy will definitely overrun him, and it's going to be 2 to 1, 3 to 1, 5, 3. Golly, dude. A1D1. Sheesh. It's a brutal CRT. And bad die rolling. A1D1, each surviving defender must retreat and become destroyed. So this one will become another full retreat then.
Yep.
Do I move into the fort with the tank, or I just move back?
Did you, the defender?
Yeah.
Well, you can't Well, I guess zone of control doesn't matter, does it?
Well, he does. Yeah, he's fine with that. I'll move him back here and make him full retreat. Boy, this seems. Then this guy can advance another 3 hexes.
Right now, there's no. It doesn't say multiple overruns. A stack that successfully overruns can overrun again if it has hexes remaining in its advance. So it's conceivable that a stack with an advance after combat at a rate of 4 hexes could overrun 3 times.
Yeah, so then that tells me that
Well,
he can't keep doing.
No, he would have to use the initial advance. So yeah, okay. So a breakthrough advance would be 4 hexes. You haven't hit one of those yet, though, right?
No, and so this guy, while I could overrun like I did, I couldn't keep advancing.
No. Yeah, because that'd be too easy.
Yeah, so he's done advancing, but he still did that. And this guy, so I couldn't have done that second. Yeah, I couldn't have done that second one. So this guy,
how much advance did he use for the overrun?
he used all 3. He used his max. He used 3.
All right, okay.
Well, he used, I don't know. I can't remember at this point, but now I know I can't keep going. Okay, I got it. We're good. All right, so where are we? What move? What turn here? Thanks, everyone, for watching. One of the comments here. Yeah, well, McMurray, I've rolled like 5 1s, a 3 and a 6. Now I've rolled a 5 in here. Yeah, so thanks for everybody for hopping on here and this craziness as I learn the rules as I play. What a better way to do a video. All right, next thing. I appreciate you guys coming on. German recovery phase. The German player removes or attempts to remove disruption markers from his thing. Don't have that. Supply phase. Check supply. Roll for attrition. So supply status. Supply is on page. Disruption and recovery, advance after combat, overrun. I'm gonna have to really dig into the overruns, make sure I'm understanding that for next when I'm offline here. Supply sources. Line of supply is a path contiguous hexes that trace supply source. The path can be of any length, but it may not go off road for more than 8 hexes. No part of the path may cross. So I can cross a river, no problem, it sounds like. So these guys out here are still in supply because they can go. Can they though? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes. Supply, 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 supply. Everyone's in supply. Yippee. All right. GQG phase. All right. GQC. No. GQG.
The hell is that?
You place the German places the markers in the holding box on allied stacks containing at least 1 French unit. He then rolls 2 dice and removes the QG markers with those numbers.
Oh, yes, it's just like Ardennes 44.
And what are those markers? What's the effect of those markers? 21, 2, 4.
They slow them down, so you drop them, and the allied units, it slows them down, prevents them from attacking. There are 6 of them, so they can move anybody you place it on can only move a maximum of 2 hexes, and nobody may stop in a hex containing another GQG marker. Let's see. May not attack. Engagement table.
Oh, so I want to stick it on. May not attack. Allied HQ and 4th DCR.
Is de Gaulle's unit even on the map?
Not yet.
So you place all 6, then you roll 2 dice and remove those 2 numbers.
Yeah, well, we know it'll be a 1 and 6. So
I hope you roll like Snake Eye, so I got to remove 1.
So let's I guess I want to place them on big stacks, right?
Well, you want to, okay, so you want to put them on something that you don't want to get away. Or you don't want them to close on you. So
you don't want them to get away. Interesting.
Or close on you. So if they got like some armor coming on, maybe you want to drop one and slow that armor down. But I'm thinking that, let's see, what can you not put it on? Allied headquarters and the de Gaulle unit. So maybe, man, you got that pocket right there in the middle or over here just below the center of your map. I can't believe you got out that quick. You might be able to pull this off.
No. So it didn't affect their defense at all.
No, it just slows them down.
These French can probably access the supply from up north here, can't they?
They can get it from anywhere, can't they?
Probably. I can't imagine they can get it off this side.
This is this is on your first turn, right?
Yeah. Does it happen to get rid of their zone of control or?
Nope. They retain their zone of control, and they may enter an enemy zone of control. Yeah, the only benefit it does is it slows them down. And it's supposed to resemble or represent the sluggish French reaction to the German attacks. This is what the Blitzkrieg Legend needs.
Yeah, I'm really surprised that game doesn't have some of those elements.
Yeah, there's nothing for the dial plan.
5 and 6. It's all right. I don't know. I don't really know what I'm doing with it. So it's this two. I placed them both on these 2 units down here. Okay. Cool. Allied turn. Allied initial phase. They flip all their non-disrupted HQs from their use side to the ready side. The Allied player flips all RAF units from their use side to the ready side. Oh, that's Dynamo only. Okay. So all my HQs are ready. I don't even know what that means right now.
Yeah, what the hell are headquarters for in this game?
Good question. You have any comments here I need to read? Happy listening. Thanks for the stream. Gotcha. You're attacking to no night at the Biergarten means German recovery phase that isn't necessary. Ha. Ha ha. McMurray, to laugh.
Let's see. Allied headquarters.
Oh, hey, McMurray. This tank unit just went into Gimblo Gap. There's a miniature scenario that McMurray and I might play, 2 years from now. It's called Gimblo Gap and through chain of command.
I played that scenario in the John Tiller's France 1940 or France 40 game.
Oh, cool.
See, combat benefit for headquarters. Once per turn, they can provide a 1 shift right on the CRT in an attack.
Okay.
And when they do it, you flip it to its use side once it has provided this benefit.
Beautiful. Allied movement.
let's see, shift, no more than one headquarters may be used in each combat. And the headquarters has to be within 7 hexes of at least one of the allied units participating in the attack. And it can traverse any type of terrain and pass through enemy zones of control and their units.
All right, what's his dial line? I got these fortifications that are currently under construction.
Aren't they supposed to flip on the first turn? I think they're like automatic, aren't they? That's going to be in the scenario rules. There we go. Are you using the Rommel and Montgomery rule?
But I don't know. I'm sure.
Yeah. I don't think they're optional. I think they're not optional.
All right, where is in the allied player turn? It does not mention.
The dial line is represented by 3 IPs. Markers that start the game near Namur. The 3 markers start the game are construction, but they can be completed at the end of the allied movement phase of turn 1, if at least 1 infantry class unit remains in the hex. And they all have the same effect as a fortified hex. They provide a 1-column shift to the left, and they prevent armor shift, and they allow 1 hex retreats.
I don't know, man. I don't know if I really want to do much movement of some of these British or these French tanks. I'm like, I think I want them to kind of hang out here.
If you retreat from one of those improved positions, that IP is immediately removed. So if there's no units in it.
Okay. And so GQG can't move. No, they can move 2 hexes.
Yeah.
I think I'll move this guy into Raju. And that extended movement, does it have to be on a road?
No. Nope. Because I remember dashing my troops up through that gap you got your hands in right there.
Full retreat units disrupted. What's the rule with them again?
They move their full movement allowance.
Well, can they do anything during their turn?
Well, I mean, they still have all their values.
Oh,
Let me see. As far as zone of control, all the other stuff. Let's see. Disruption. Do they have a defense strength of 0?
full retreats do.
Yep, that is full retreat actually. They can ignore the 2 hex movement restriction and move their full movement allowance. They have so a disrupted unit would have a 2 hex movement restriction, but a full retreat unit can use his full movement allowance. And they contribute nothing to any attack, no troop quality, no armor or defense strength.
Okay, that's weird to me. So disrupted, if the unit is disrupted again, it moves full retreat. They're penalized in the following ways. Movement, they may move a maximum of 2 and may not enter. If they start in an easy zone, they must move away. Okay, so yeah, like this guy, he's got to move away.
Was he in his own control?
Yep. He's got to move 2 hexes, so 1, 2. Probably want to move him here. Okay. All right, so this guy, so they're all good. So they don't have to move there. If not possible, they may remain in their hex or move to another hex. If not possible, they may remain in their hex or move to another hex in an enemy zone of control. Combat, they may not attack or be the lead unit in a defense. Okay, so they can't attack. Their defense strength is halved. Total all disrupted units before halving. and then round factors up. Okay. They disrupted retain their TQ, zone of control, and armor shift abilities. And full retreat. I think you just read this to me, but
it's the same as disruption, but they can use their full movement allowance and their defense strength is 0. And they contribute nothing to an attack or a defense.
I think I will keep that guy in the woods there. This guy's in the fort, so he's good. This guy's here and Gimblo in between his buds, so I think he'll stay there.
Yeah, because if I remember right, I'm going to say this is about not necessarily worried about losing French units, but delaying the Germans as much as you can. But you've got a nice little pocket there for the Germans to run through.
This is interesting here. So this says, during a friendly movement phase, except turn 1, a player may replace any number of disrupted or GQG markers on his units with full retreat markers in order to move those units their full movement allowance. The German player may not replace halt markers with full retreat markers. Huh.
Halt marker, doesn't that come in when on the Hitler stop order or something like that?
Yeah, I don't know. Haven't run across it yet.
The Allies have halt markers, don't they?
I think so, yeah. May not move a halt. So, yeah, I have a certain number of halt markers. There's no little holding box for them. Is it on the French side? Need to check the comments. Anybody commenting?
Mac, just no, not really. He was commenting about what's PSC. That'll be a good PSC.
Pint-sized campaign. So the two fat lordies put out pint-sized campaigns. As you can figure, they cost the amount of.
John Longshore just popped on.
Hey, John. Okay, where am I here? So I'm moving, French moving. I just don't think the French want to do much. Oh, I get some sort of, I don't get any replacements this turn. Oh, I think this is cool. The French, the Allies get their, I probably should have put those British in there. Anyway, you get, you have a cup. I just put them in a bag and I won't look, but you draw
all the
random reinforcements. I think that's
where's the 7th Panzer Division at on the map? Over here on the bottom side of the Ardennes?
I don't see them yet. Are they on yet?
Oh, I thought they were there at the start of the.
Huh, weird. Let me look here.
Well,
third, fourth,
being with them.
3rd, 4th, 6th, 5th, 2nd. Oh, I'm not seeing them.
Huh. Well, whenever they do come on, they get a bonus because Rommel is with them. They get a bonus during overrun, or if they're conducting a determined defense, you get a reroll option. So you're 1, you could reroll.
I got to tell you, Jeff, I am confused on their designation of units here.
Right, I can't see them.
Well, I can see them, but so you get bonuses if you're stacked. If units from the same division are stacked together. Okay, I think I get it now. Here's 7th here. It's got a star on it. So should I have got some advantage with that?
So during an overrun or determined defense, if you roll bad, Rommel allows you to reroll.
Okay. Well, he's here. He's got a star on it. Nothing happened. He tried attacking and they failed miserably. So I gotta get across this. I should probably slide him over here and attack this unit who's weak. Weaky poo.
Montgomery allows the lead unit in a determined defense to 1 reroll.
All right, Allied combat phase. I don't think they're going to do much combat. They're not combating anywhere. That's probably wrong. Allied recovery phase.
I don't remember doing too much attacking either.
Not the way I'm rolling.
I was too busy worried about getting Zoc bonds to slow them down.
Right. Well, that's what I was trying to do. Actually, you know what? I'm going to rethink this here. These French that are over here. Now, I don't know who. There are going to be some units coming in over here, but I wonder if I should move over here to try to block this little opening here.
Yeah, because you don't really have any Zoc bonds amongst those 4 units there. Or is it a 2-hex Zoc bond in this game? I can't remember.
Oh, I don't. If it is, I don't know that.
That guy's going to be out of supply, isn't he?
What?
Yeah, you gotta. Yeah, you're gonna have to plug that hole, or that armor's gonna race out of there.
Oh shoot! This guy's only got a movement of 2. What the heck? Wait, what the heck? It costs 2 to move out. I think you can always move 1 hex.
See, it may not enter an enemy zone of control by a non-retreating friendly unit negates. During the combat phase, an attacking unit can do a special type of attack called a disengagement attempt. If successful, the unit may be retreated 1 or 2 hexes in any direction. All right, let's go back up here.
Oh,
John Rommel needs to save Todd's dice rolls is what he needs to save.
I'm missing a unit here. You
got rail movement too for the Allies.
Crap, what's that?
The chosen unit must be either reinforcements or there's train markers that you drop on units.
Okay.
I think you have 3 of them. It says either reinforcements or a unit with a train marker on it from a previous turn. The units moved by rail may move up to 15 contiguous rail hexes. And all rail hexes traversed must be 4 hexes or more from all German units.
Well, I have 2 units to start down here on the south. To me, they're like reinforcements. They start on these hexes.
Yeah. Put those choo-choo trains on them and
scoot them the heck up. And so they can move 15 on the railroad, and then
stay 4 away from any German unit.
And then they
immediately see. Wait a minute. An entrained unit that finds itself within 4 hexes of an enemy unit at the start of its move must immediately detrain. To detrain, simply remove the train marker at the start of the Allied movement phase. So yeah, you would move them, leave the train markers on them, and then on the next start of the move phase, you can remove and then you can use them on somebody else, which is pretty cool.
Thanks for telling me that. That's good. How in the heck did this guy end up? There's my unit I was missing. These black units here with black movement numbers they have to be released at a certain time. Yeah, I'm sure you know what? I'm okay. I'm sure I'm missing some rules here and there, and that's okay.
It's not too bad. I mean, I was looking at the zone of control rules. You did that move with those French guys in the woods down there. You can move from one zone of control to another, but you have to stop immediately.
So basically what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to cost those guys 2 movement points to move away from me.
Yeah, good strategy.
I can't decide if I want to move these guys up or not. I'm like, they probably should get up here. Yeah, I need to get up there. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Do they get an armor shift for quality if one of the units? So not everyone is low quality. We'll figure that out in just a minute. So there's that. These guys are there. Okay, so I feel like I want to move this guy back from here.
John, I used to love the box cover on that Avalon Hill France 1940 game. A lot of people say it was a crappy one. I used to love that box.
Oh,
cover.
the one with Rommel, France 40?
Yeah, the Avalon Hill, the old Avalon Hill one.
Yeah, I almost bought that one, but then I just read a lot of reviews. It's not a very good game, apparently. I mean, it's just got a lot of older design things and stuff.
Isn't that game that had that one big massive artillery unit that the Germans had? They had like a strength of like 10 or something in it. And
yeah, I don't know. Everything I read about it, though, I was like, okay, if I got it, it would just be a nostalgia because I like the box thing.
Right. Yeah.
And so I got this instead, honestly, because
I enjoyed this game. I lost, but I enjoyed it.
Well, so I reached. Well, let me finish the allied thing, then I'll have a quick chat here. We'll finish the turn here. So let's see, allied. It's now allied combat. So I will attack. These allies at 5, 7, 9, 12 are going to attack this 12 to 4. However, they are better. The defender's better quality, so they're going to get. It's 3 to 1. No, wait. Do they get in the air? Nope. It's 3 to 1. He's in woods. Nothing happens. No one's crossing a river, so that's good. But he's better quality, so he goes 2 to 1. But there is one unit that is low quality. Does that mean the Germans get the quality shift, or is it only if everyone's quality? Probably everyone.
Let's see.
Award 2 shifts if one side has 1 or more elite units and the other side has only low. Okay, so we're at 2 to 1 right now. All right, here we go. 2. Well, attacker 1, DR. I seem okay with it. The attacker loses 1 step. And it's up to the attacker. So I would take that from... Actually, shoot, man, I don't know who to take that from. I guess I'll take it from this guy. Oh, that would destroy him. How about this guy? That would destroy him as well. Do I get rid of? I'm going to keep. Yeah, I'm going to. Yikes! Do I keep a 216 tank or get rid of a 225 infantry?
Doesn't the tank provide you the armor shift if you ever need it?
Yep. Now, but there's still a bond, so that's good. So 225.
Also, keep in mind that recon units that are alone in a hex and attacked ignore the step loss requirement of a D1, D1, DS, exchange DRX, and an A1, D1. But they still have to apply any retreats.
All right, wait, hold on. Let me put this guy on here. And does the French want to advance? I don't think so. Okay, so do disrupted have zones of control?
Yeah. They retain everything. Like, would you say their defensive factors have or something like that?
Yeah. Okay. So I'm sorry. So tell me, what were you just saying there?
Reconnaissance units, if they're ever alone in a hex, they ignore step losses on a whole bunch of the results. but they still have to do the retreats if there's a retreat involved. And I remember I ran into a couple of those where I was dashing recon units out. I think the Brits come in with some.
That's yellow defense. I don't think I have any out here right now. So, okay, that's the only French attack. Yep. Okay. Beautiful. That's good. I mean, I lost a step, but I caused the German tank unit to fall back to and get disrupted. So,
Charles snuck on. Didn't see you, Charles. How you doing, bud?
oh, hey, Charles. Yeah, Charles was on earlier, and then. So what do we got here? Blah blah blah. So I'm just reading the comments here. Okay. All right. So that was. Now we got Allied recovery phase. All right. So this is new.
Yeah, it's going to be those full retreat ones will come back over to disruption, I think. These rules aren't written too bad.
No, they're usually pretty good. Oh, recovery. So during the phasing player's recovery, all friendly disrupt units that are not adjacent to enemy units are automatically recover 1 level. Disrupted are removed, and markers on the full or flipped to they're disrupted. All right. Well, so the ones that aren't. So he's not. So that's good. They're all coming off. Boom. So you really want to get your German units next to him. And the 4 retreats become disrupted. Well, I'm not going to worry about. There's something about combat zones. I'm not going to worry about that until I'm in it. So, okay. Beautiful. I'm a little surprised there's not a sequence of play like on one of these lovely. Like there's room on here to put that. Oh, shoot. This is awesome. They actually have what the markers do on this chart.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
No, I just wish they had the sequence of play on here. Okay, that's awesome. Okay.
So
Allied recovery and Allied supply.
That full retreat guy can flip over to his disrupted side.
Thank you. I'm surprised you can see that. It looks very small.
I can see the red.
Supply. Fine. These guys might actually be in trouble here. So you probably can't get supply through zone of control.
I think it has to be a friendly unit.
But they can go here. So they can find a road and go up a road. They just have to go back and around.
Oh, through the woods. I can't see that. So
yeah, they're all good. Everyone's good. Allied supply phase. And record the completion of a game turn by advancing the game turn marker and proceed to the next turn. Boop. All right. And now the Allies get three dillymajiggers. 3 replacements or whatever. All right. Oh, wait. Where are my G? Oh, yeah. What happened to these GQG markers? They stay on there.
they stay until your next GQG phase.
Okay. Well, all right. That's turn 1, everybody. That's not too bad. So I'm going to now reread the rules all the way through now that I've played a turn. See what I'm forgetting and missing. I think it seems like we're doing okay, but that's cool. I don't need to make notes on the 4 retreats. That's fantastic. I think it'd be nice to have the chart. I probably just need to make a color copy of it, of this, what all the symbols mean, but I think I'm kind of remembering them. So anyway, so that's that, but we'll have a little chat here afterwards. But before I forget, thank you all for jumping on here. Love it. So by the way, 2021 is kind of my year of the early war because I've been waiting. So McMurray and I might get that Gimbalo gap scenario played. I'm reading this. I got it for Christmas. Nice little thick book there. It's a nice form factor. No pictures, just some maps. Not enough maps in my mind, but I also got for Christmas this bad boy. I don't think I've done a review of this. I need to review this.
Oh, wow.
Hardback, that cloth binding. It's got a bookmark in it, but it covers all this. So Poland, Romania, all the stuff that happened in early war. Kind of the disposition of the troops. Oh yeah, Battle of Britain too, because it was 1940, and then Polish campaign. So let's go to the. Actually, I should read this now that I've started this. Warsaw, Finland. Come on now. Where's the big boy? There's Norway, Sweden, Belgium. So here we go.
There it is.
Kind of talks about the evolution of the plans and all that stuff. It's a great book. So it's kind of early war time in the wardrobe home.
Well, this game actually, it starts where they're breaking across the MERS at the bridges, right? Creating the bridgeheads.
Yeah, so it starts on the 13th, and yeah, they're already, and it's also I think a pretty small portion of France, really.
Right.
Well, I mean, I guess it's kind of all the north. Then you can get the Dynamo map for that. I also got, what happened to that? Oh, there it is. Now, this one's going to take a little more challenge. I might have to get Kev on. Kev said if I read the rules, he'll come on with me to help me figure it out. But
TCS, yeah.
TCS.
I haven't gotten that system yet. I still haven't gotten into BCS yet. I'm wanting to get into that, but too many other things I need to do first.
Yeah, I've got Brazen Chariots. So kind of early war stuff. I'm a little nervous about TCS just because it's a little bit more depth to it, but so I'm focusing on that. So I kind of moved to the Simonage games, one because I like them. There's not very many counters. They're nice to look at. He's got lots of little chrome things that add a little bit of depth to it, and supply is easy. So I kind of chose these as my operational level games because the whole OCS thing kind of makes me a little itchy with the supply. But maybe if we worked together, if I worked with somebody on the rules, it would probably help. And I think it's not so much the rules as it is just the systems working together, like we talked about,
Right. Well, I know the OCS makes me completely change my approach to anything. I know that you can't do all that you want to do because not everybody might be in trace. Well, I mean, you can because they can use their internal stocks, but then you got to figure out how to resupply their internal stocks. And so, I mean, the option is there, but it sure makes you rethink where you want to focus and strike at.
Right. So, well, and they're just bigger games too, right? I mean, if I focus on this, I can probably get this game done in a few days. Whereas that Blitzkrieg Legend. So I do have Sicily too. I like it because it's a one mapper and I'm interested in the scenario, right? Sicily's cool. And the Blitzkrieg Legend would be interesting because, again, I'm interested in the thing. I'm not much of an East Front guy. So getting one of those big East Front games is really no interest to me. But doing Blitzkrieg Legend might not be too bad.
Well, I think I know this, that somebody, Chris Ridley, wants me to put he's got some East Front stuff, the East Front series stuff coming. He wants me to put one of those back on the table. But I think my approach is going to be smaller scenarios for OCS so that I can actually play through and get results. And yeah, I'll still leave the big table up with the big monsters on it, but I won't put all my focus on those. Maybe it takes me a couple weeks to play a couple turns, 2 or 3 turns, and then film it. But I'm going to start playing some scenarios and on single map stuff because I'm going to tell you so when I came back into this Great Battles of the American Civil War has always been my thing. And now that I've touched OCS and I've touched SCS, I've only touched 2 of the 5 systems they have, 5 or 6 systems, and I love the 2 of them. So I can't imagine what the other 3 or 4 are going to be like for me. I know BCS is going to be phenomenal.
Right. Yeah, it's a pretty cool one. I liked it, and it streamlines a lot of that stuff.
So I'm looking forward to playing it. I'm saying your little pocket there across the river there on the bottom half of the map, I'm just thinking of the Blitzkrieg Legend, and that's almost identical to the environment I have in Blitzkrieg Legend, where you punched a hole across the river right there, and you got the pocket to move out. It's almost exactly what I've got sitting on the Blitzkrieg Legend.
That's awesome. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm excited I got that. This, of course, didn't. I can't. I think I need to go up here and take care of these weaky boys because they're attacking a 7 across. That's a 14 defense, whereas this guy's he's a 16 defense. Shoot. Wow.
I'm trying to remember. I want to say that. So you've got that pocket of clear ground up on the northern end. And I remember racing through there. Of course, my die roll sucked even worse than yours do. And then down across the river, I couldn't get out of the Ardennes. It took me 4 or 5 turns to get out of the Ardennes. So I didn't meet. And by that time, there's a lot of French and British that could come on the map. And I could not race out fast enough. And I never did. The Germans did not clear that northern end. The Brits or the Allies they retired, started backing up. I think there's a river line because you go back along that northern end of the map.
Mm-hmm.
And I backed them up in there. Once they got there, I couldn't touch them. So I tried to do a last minute race down the center of the map to get to those objectives, and I couldn't do it. Matter of fact, I think I needed one more location in the Panzer division I had out in front. Didn't have enough to get there.
Oh my gosh, this is awesome. I didn't realize these were in the back of this rule book here. Oh, you can't see them because I've changed the map. Look at these, that
stuff, man. Anything that shows deployments and movements, I love that crap.
That's awesome. I didn't know this kind of stuff. This kind of stuff you'd see in other. Oh my gosh, there's a ton of them.
Now that's in one of the compendiums with the game?
No, it's just the rule book. France 40.
I'm looking at the rule book.
Sheesh. Example of play. They were really good about that.
Forgot that was there.
Yes.
Where's all them divisions at? I don't see all them on your game, Matt.
I don't even know what the victory conditions are. But the game's in, the player scores the following VPs. 1 VP for each allied entry hex closed. The southeast entry south of Reims counts as 2 victory points. Okay, so I got to figure out how to close those and what that means. So I need to close these up too. Does that mean just leaving a unit on there? Gosh, I wonder what that means. They must be able to trace line of sight from an entry hex at the end of the game to receive the VP. 10 VPs to the German player if the allied player is unable to earn his 10 VPs for a continuous rail path. Note it is possible for both the German player to earn these 10 and the player to earn 5. And 1 VP for each German unit exited off the north edge through an X entry hex. The unit must be able to trace the line of supply to a German supply source the instant the unit exits the map.
Look on the last page, page 32 of the rulebook. Special units. Right below that, your advanced after combat table.
Yeah.
Oh, that's on the sheet. That's on your sequence of play sheet, isn't it?
It's not though. Yeah, neither one of those are. I need a copy of that. Yeah, this is the, I just need to make a copy of this page here because that's got the sequence of play and yeah, I don't know why. I don't know if they're not I bought a used copy, so I don't really, did I buy a used or no? Yeah, it was used. Maybe I lost it, but I need to print that off.
I should send you this PDF of these rules. I got all the major stuff highlighted using Adobe.
Oh, sweet. So I'll make a copy of that and copy this first page. Yeah, so when I played, anyway, so this was kind of my thing here, but now I used to own Blitzkrieg Legend a million years ago, but then I sold it like I do. And I'm like, oh, man, but that's fine. But now it's $150.
Yeah.
Anybody have a copy of Blitzkrieg Legend they want to, move for less? I'll help you.
I got a buddy, actually my buddy that sells games after they get out of print. I don't know what he did, but like a month ago, he caught two guys, I guess on eBay, that one had a shrink wrap deck too, and the other one had an open one, but it was unpunched. He got the open one for like $75, and he got the shrink wrapped one for like $175.
What? Wow.
I thought he was going to just give me one, but that didn't happen.
Gosh, even if you'd sell it to you for those, you'd be scoring big time.
That and Case Blue, I hope to God they reprint those things.
I just can't imagine. I mean, I hear no rumblings of that.
No, you're right. Nobody said nothing. And you got to know that people have said something to Multi-Man. Please reprint that thing. I wish they would, because I like to add both of them to my collection. I have quite a few. I'm trying to figure out which SCS I'm going to get on next. I'm thinking I might go down your It Never Snows scenario of the 30 core.
Yeah.
But I really kind of want to play the Panzer battles on the Cheer River, and I kind of want to play. I want to play Guadalajara, because that's just completely out in the blue of something that I've never read or had any interest in or knowledge about. And I thought that would be awful cool to play something, because there's something about playing a game that you don't know the history behind it, where things are coming from or where they're at, and then you're trying to defeat it.
I don't know if it's one of the. I think people have issues with it in the system, but that doesn't matter. You can still play it and experience it and figure. I don't think it's completely broken.
All right, Charles. Night, brother.
See you, Charles. Thanks for sticking with us to 3%. I know. Yeah, John's right that they had Case Blue forever and ever and ever and ever. So I just can't imagine they'll reprint it. It's such a big. Yeah, I just can't imagine.
Yeah. I mean, come on. I know a handful, literally a handful of people that would actually try to play the big versions. I mean, I'm one of them. I think Kev's one of them. I know Sean Baldwin would do it. John, you'd probably do it, wouldn't you?
Yeah, there's a few out there that would take that. Yeah, I've heard that, Peter.
Peter, aren't you doing something OCS? Aren't you getting ready to jump on something OCS?
Who are you asking?
Peter.
I don't know, Peter. Does he have a chance? Does he show videos?
I don't know. I don't think so, but I know because Peter, you said you were. I want to say you said you were reading some rules, or you were starting to read something, or maybe it was somebody else. I don't know, but I swear it was you.
Yep, still just the one Blitzkrieg Legend.
What is it? What are they selling it for?
$150.
And truthfully, that's not really bad. What condition is it?
It's probably good. I don't know. Let's see. I can't imagine they've even played it. Where'd it go? Boom. New. Oh, new. Still an original shrink wrap. Box has a couple of dings on the front.
For $150 in shrink wrap?
With a couple dings on the box.
Oops. Oh, Day of Days. That's right, Peter. I'm sorry. That's right. You said that. That's right, because you're playing the full campaign on Vassal.
Oh, that's Peter doing that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I can talk him down to 140 for the dings.
Take $10 off for the dings.
He paid for half the shipping. He'd just say, I mean, he hasn't sold it. Let's see, when did he list it? I probably shouldn't be announcing it here. Oh, he listed it in July. I mean,
which means he hasn't sold it.
Yeah.
Was it on eBay or BGG?
BGG. I couldn't find it on eBay. I couldn't find it anywhere. eBay. I'll probably just get the book. Yeah, I always keep an eye out for, yep, there's the book.
The book for?
By Hans Frieser, the Blitzkrieg Legend.
Oh.
Like I go to Enterprise Games, I go to
Mobile Knight have any? Well, they use eBay too, so.
There's other guys that sell, but they would usually list on BGG. So anyway, so I got to save up some money. So if I'm going to get that, I got to save some up.
Yeah, I got like I said, I found that Lincoln's War. I gotta go look at that. I mean,
oh yeah, I was making fun of you for that, but I can't even remember what the game is.
I mean, it was $10 and then $8 shipping, and then I've got Heroes of the Motherland, and I'm going to wait on Steeler to do that. Stop it, Brian! I saw somebody on Consim Marketplace sell. He had like 3 copies. I think it's a new one too. Had like 3 copies of that thing they were trying to sell, and I didn't even know it existed until I heard somebody in a chat the other night talking about it.
Oh, I thought Lincoln's War was something different. That's interesting. It's kind of like a large scale, kind of a abstract, all Civil War campaign or something, right? Like whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, I can't remember if that was hex or area or point to point.
It's hex.
I wish Heathwell would put up another Summer Storm video. I'm intrigued with him playing that. That was when I came back to playing. I pulled out my Terrible Swift Sword a little over a year ago. Summer Storm. I had always wanted. I had that for years. I wanted to play it. When I got that thing in, I set it up and I played. And you want a Civil War game that the details were done with a fine comb? That's the one to do right there.
Is that a series or?
No, it's Clash of Arms. The game is not only did Rick Barber do the maps, but he did the game.
Yeah, Rick Barber maps are awesome.
Yeah, so he did that. I mean, that's literally his game, and it's cool because it has these tiny hex maps where you can do the campaign maneuvers of the units and maybe change the way Gettysburg happens, or you can just play the historical Gettysburg. So, but I think Heathwell, I think he's just playing. I'm sure he's just playing the historic. But the rules are really, 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 really deep. They're not written bad. They're just a lot to them. So, get you a razor and cut that crap off.
No, this is bad. I've been cutting my own hair since COVID started, and it's actually not bad most of the time. I get kind of goofy.
I sent a picture of my haircut to my assistant that works with me. She's like 26-year-old. And she sends me back this picture. It looked like a damn earthworm coming out of the ground. And I'm like, well, what the hell is that? I don't look like a worm. Because that ain't a worm. That's Diglett from Pokemon or something like that. I'm like 60 years old. I don't know what it is.
That's hilarious.
They always cut. I got 4 25-year-old females or younger that work for me, and they're killing me. They're all just smart as they can be, though.
Yeah, you're like, great. I know it's so weird. It's like, yeah, okay, I'm old.
Yeah, and they remind me. Yeah,
yeah, of course they do. That's cool. It sounds like a good crew then.
They are. And they're learning fast with what I'm teaching them, and they're they're helping. They're freeing me up to do other tasks that I need to take care of.
That's cool. What do you do again?
I am a geographic information specialist for a county government. I do 911 mapping and any other kind of mapping for the county.
Okay.
Stuff, stormwater stuff, sewer stuff. Okay. I sign addresses. That's probably the biggest thing, signing addresses.
Oh, okay.
Get that crap right.
Mark's. Greetings from Edmonton. Hello, Edmonton.
I was just watching Vancouver play hockey, but I think they got their
butt. The hockey on your screen back there earlier.
Yeah. Yeah, I love my hockey.
You should look at a hockey board game. There's a couple good ones out there, I think.
Man, I go back to when I was a kid. My dad used to run a sports store. Oh my God, man! Every electric football game, every table hockey game, every little slot car track or Sizzlers track, I had all of them, man. And that's, people talk about their baseball cards and football trading cards. Hell, I wished I'd have kept all them games from when I was a kid.
Yeah, there'd be some that people would like those. Of course, they'd probably, if they were my games, they would have been torn to crap because I would have played them.
Well, Jester, he plays that one Stratomatic baseball. I remember that when I was a kid.
Yeah, I didn't get into that until I bought my first one when I was like 23 or something, and then sold it off and bought it again later on in life. I mean, it's fine to me. It's about as much as I want. I don't really want too much in a baseball game.
I remember when I got into wargaming, the first game I got my mom to buy me was Terrible Swift Sword, which I still have that copy. She got it for me for Christmas, and it was just me, her, and my little sister. My dad had left, and it was just the three of us. And she bought them all and stuck them in her closet in her bedroom. And we were off for the holidays, and I pretty much was raising my little sister. And we went in her closet, and we had all our toys. I had the damn game. I had the little round top scenario set up on a screen from my window. I pulled the screen out of my window and set the map on it, and so I could slide it under my bed at night. Man, she found that thing when she went in there 2 days before Christmas to wrap them. I didn't see that game till probably the middle of February.
Oh, dude. Oh, man, that's bad. So Little Round Top, that was probably
the second day battle for Devil's Den, Little Round Top, and Terrible Swift Sword.
Oh, Terrible Swift Sword, sorry. Avalon Hill?
No, SPI's Monster, the granddaddy.
A Monster? How old were you?
I would have been, let's see, my dad left when I was in 7th or 8th grade. So it would have been 8th grade, 7th or 8th grade when I got it.
When you finally got it in February, were you able to play it well, or do you think you kind of were missing a lot of stuff?
No. Because it was brand new. It cost $20, back in the 70s.
What I mean was, did you grasp the rules at that age?
Oh, well, yeah. Because I had when we had a house on like another side of town. That's how I got into gaming. There was a bunch of guys over there that loved Napoleon and loved the Civil War and World War II, and they played them. And they got me into it. I remember playing Terrible Swift Sword with one of the guys that lived in the area. And then so I said, I got to have that game. Of course, and I loved anything Civil War at that young age, was always going places and seeing stuff. So that was the game I wanted, and it was a monster. It was a 3-map monster. So she got it for me. Of course, you could find those things in those days easy. So.
Yeah, we had a great game store when I was young, man. I'd go there, and I remember seeing Squad Leader and Advanced Squad Leader and all the Avalon Hill and Victory games, and when it took me months to save up money, and then I'd buy one, just the best thing ever, man. Just opening that box. I think the ones I remember were, so my dad had Panzer Leader and Tactics 2, so I had those. He let me pretty much have them when I was young because he wasn't playing it. And then I remember buying Ambush. I bought Storm over Arnhem because of A Bridge Too Far,
Right. Yep.
Man, I know I bought BattleTech, but that doesn't count. And I feel like there's another couple that I bought that I know I didn't get. Probably Normandy Games or something like that. I was pretty intrigued by covers.
I only knew a few Avalon Hill games. I mean, I knew that we had a store down in Falls Church that that's all the guy sold. And it was a matter of fact, when I came home on leave in 1980 from basic training, before I was going overseas to Germany, I went down to that game store and I bought a game. I just bought one before I left Fort Knox. I bought the Army Group South quad game from SPI. And then I got like a $3,500 bonus. So I went in that store, was going to buy me a game to take overseas with me. And I was talking to the guy that ran the place, and I told him, so I'm getting ready to deploy overseas. He said, well, I'll tell you what, since you're military and you're deploying, you go ahead and pick any game you want for free.
What?
Right over and grab Campaign for North Africa off the shelf. He said, well, you chose right, didn't you? Never played it and sold it later on, but I read the rules to it and never played it. So,
oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
My brother took my GI Joe, stuck it in the freaking Jeep, stuck a bunch of chocolate in it, and lit the damn thing on fire and melted him, my Batman, and the GI Joe Jeep. He'd never done that.
My GI Joe got ran over by a car because someone left him in the little gutter by the driveway. Oh, who was that? Oh, I did. Ambush is I think Ambush is cool. I probably wouldn't play it now just because I'm not interested in that scale of game, but it's pretty cool. Good fun memories as a kid playing it, and never doing very well. And I never did grasp the rules very well. I honestly didn't really get into wargaming until I was really getting into it. Until I was so I moved here. Gosh, when we moved here, 2000, I was 34, so probably 35. So 15 years I've been into the hobby. Really, I'd really say I've been into it. And the game that got me into it was Combat Commander, because the rules are clear and succinct. I understood them, and it was just elegant design. And I was like, sweet. I thought war games were hard. This is fantastic. They're all designed like this. No, they're not all designed like that.
You're up in Ohio, right?
What's that?
You're in Ohio, right?
Oh, I'm in St. Louis area.
Oh, that's right. Samson. Jester. No.
Jester and Tony are in Ohio.
Well, Jester's down in Florida now, right?
I'm sorry. Yeah, Jester's in Florida. I'm sorry. Tony's in Ohio. Tony's board life.
I'm going to send you. Remember I was a couple weeks ago when Jester was online talking to the guy out from the West Coast, and all they did was talk baseball.
Yeah.
I was sitting here, and I got it saved in my link. I wonder if I can post that to you.
I think Ardwolf might be in Ohio too.
Yeah, Artie is. Yeah. Let's see. Let me.
John Longshore says, I was at Fort Knox in 83. I don't really remember a game store. There was something in Elizabethtown.
Patton Museum. I bought it in the Patton Museum, John. I bought the Army groups. I remember me and one of the guys in the Bears right before we graduated, we had it set up in the old wooden wall lockers we had in our basic training barracks. Had that big bottom piece that was just big enough to put one of those one mappers on. Of course, we didn't get much of it done, but.
Yeah, Peters says it's kind of like up front. Just want to see what everyone was talking back in the day. Yeah, I got a couple guys here that play up front, have played up front for a long time, years. And that's a game I really need someone just to show me a game one time.
A million times and I don't understand.
I played Okinawa on Okinawa with an Okinawan in the 80s. That's J $, or JS, sorry. That's funny. Yeah, St. Louis. What were we saying? Oh, so I played Combat Commander, and then I realized, and it's just been funny how the more games you play, the less complicated some of them are, right? Like,
right.
This one starting out, I wouldn't have played this one probably at all when I was first starting. It just because there's so many little intricate, I don't know. But, and then like some of the, even I've played Advanced Squad Leader for crying out loud, so it's like, gosh, I can play anything, really. Not that I played it well, but.
I never played Squad Leader. I watched people play it, but I never played it.
Well, that's the thing. I bought Squad Leader from that same game store when I was 24 or 5 and played with my friend Nevin. He'd never played a war game before. It took us like 3 hours to play turn 1, and he had to go because it had been 3 hours, right? He's probably golly. So he went home, and I put it away, never pulled it out again.
Oh.
And then I sold it. Not because I didn't like it. I just couldn't get my mind wrapped around it. Now I play Squad Leader. I'm talking about a Squad Leader, not Advanced. I play Squad Leader now. I'm like, holy crap, this is easy. I mean, squad leader is really easy.
Post a link inside to you. Let's see. Let's see, put it in the chat here.
Probably didn't hit the museum shop, mostly outside. Says John.
Can you see that link in the chat?
Oh, I put the wrong thing in the chat. Oh, yeah, I got to go to a different screen here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's the private chat.
I didn't put it in there. I put it in the YouTube.
Oh, on YouTube. Okay. Yeah, I'll go check it out.
That's my dad's St. Louis Cardinals career.
Career?
Yeah, 3 years.
Oh, yeah. Well, Jester, I think, is, I don't know if he's a Cardinals fan, but he's kind of Cardinals. He's okay with Cardinals, I think.
I couldn't believe they were talking baseball then. I knew he liked the Cardinals, and I said, I wondered. I went and searched my dad, and because when my dad knows the only thing that I want when his time comes is I want his St. Louis Cardinals baseball uniform.
Oh, yeah, you told me that before.
That's the only thing I want from him down in Myrtle Beach. Of course, I don't talk to him once every 6-7 years. So, yeah, me and a guy named it's funny too because his name was Petrovich. We went to the Pat Museum when my whole time in basic and AIT, we never got freedom to do anything. It's like we were always in trouble. So we finally did towards the end before we graduated, and that's where we went straight to the Pat Museum, and I bought that. I remember it was a white box, had that quad game in it, and we set up one of those games in the wall locker. And a couple days before we left, and we were trying to play it. And I don't know what I ever did. I had so many games, I have no freaking idea where they went over the years.
Yeah, I can't imagine what I did with some of those games I had. I kept probably garage sale. My mom used to have garage sales often, so.
I think I left some at my ex-wife's house when I got divorced. And
yeah, you won't see those again.
I'm sure I know she probably told me you need to get them. You need to get them.
Yeah.
No, Peter, I want to get War of the Suns. I think that's the one. That's the big one, isn't it? And my buddy's got it, but he told me because he sells out of print games, he said that as long as one of the online guys has it, because he'll sell it cheaper, that he won't sell it to me. But now I know that I can't find it anywhere, at least not reasonable anyhow. But I want a hex game on the Japanese Chinese. And that's, from what I understand, that's the only one out there that's pretty good.
Yeah, there aren't very many.
No. Oh, that's Joey Saban. Sorry there, Joey. I didn't recognize the JS there for a second.
Oh, okay.
Joey's big into was big into all kinds of games, but Great Battles, American Civil War, he's got that shit tight in his brain.
Yeah, I know. I kind of flirt with Civil War games only in thinking. I've tried a couple lighter games. I just can't get into it, so I'm avoiding Great Battles, Great Campaigns, and Line of Battle. Even though I hear great things about all of those, I'm just like, I'm not going to do it because I won't be interested. But speaking of nothing absolutely tied in American Civil War at all, changing the subject sort of. Speaking of East Front games, that earlier we have you played any of the GMT East Front games that they're reprinting? Barbara.
Yeah, East Front series.
Yeah, Barbarossa Center, North South.
I can't get my hands on North and Center. I have South. I have Kiev to Rostov. I have Crimea, and I have Typhoon.
What do you think of them?
Chris Ridley, he wants me to set one up again because he's getting ready to get one, and he wants to see some. I like it. I compare it with OCS. To me,
that's what I think. But is it more complicated than OCS, or
both of them have their? I think supplies. You don't have to really. I mean, you're not dropping points on the map, but you do have kind of like depots and trucks and stuff, but not quite as severe. But I like it, and I have North and Center on pre-order on P500, along with Into the Woods, along with the U.S. Civil War, and along with Unconditional Surrender West Front, and then what's the Salerno one they got coming out? I think Salerno 42 or 43, something like that.
It's a Mark Simonich game. That one's kind of tempting.
Yeah. All the rest of my figure, I might as well get that one.
Is he going to have Sicily in that one at all?
Isn't that no? I don't know what the hell Salerno is. Is that a little island off the?
No, it's
Mediterranean stuff. Or
it's one of the towns right there on the coast of Italy, I believe.
John, I'd have to sell DNA and blood for 2 years to afford a TSWW.
Yeah, that's one of those systems I don't hear a whole lot about. It's pretty small group of people, like Death Ride. There's three. There's Death Ride Curse, TSWW, or Death Ride Series, TSWW, and Goss. I feel like Goss is kind of that way too. There's a very small group of people that play those.
Got all my Gosses and can't wait to play them. Of
Well,
course,
I can't wait to see you get them on the table.
I had Lucky Forward set up and was going to start, and then I thought to myself, man, I got to learn these rules first. And
Yeah, they don't have very many small scenarios, do they?
No. Well, I'll tell you what, Lucky Forward, they have a little letter size map with some tutorial stuff in it. So when I get it, well, I'm getting the benefit of Clay Steelstone.
Yeah.
They were supposed to get on last night, but he threw his back out lifting weights. So they rescheduled for next Wednesday. But I get on with them, and they play and they run the rules. Him and another guy run the rules through me, and it's great.
Clay's great. Who's he playing with?
LBW Steve, the guy that he owns a gaming shop out in it's Bismarck, I think Bismarck, North Dakota, or South, whatever that is.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
big city boy with a small city boy.
I know, it's kind of funny. It's kind of when I see
Clay's awesome. I've got to play with him live, and he was I haven't played with him, but I was with him when he was playing D-Day with Tyler from Seattle and a couple other guys, and just Clay's awesome. He's just super great guy, and he'll teach. He taught me Goss when we sat down on Vassal one time, and I was like, okay. It convinced me that I'm not going to play it, but I like the idea of playing that series because that'll
be another one too. Where that's one of those games, or that series of games is one of those ones where you almost don't want to play a scenario. You want to play the whole shebang. And so I know that when I get around to that it'll be one of those. But John, what are you talking about? War? You're like the third person that I've heard say that about War of the Suns. But I can't find any other than TSWW. I can't find any other games that are hex based with any kind of detail on it.
Yeah, I've heard that. So did you see what Joey's playing? Playing Case Blue.
Oh,
come on, Joey. That's rude.
To me.
Yeah, next to the feedlot, exactly. So yeah, Salerno is a port in Italy. It's about the mainland invasion. It's only $28 on P500.
What?
It's $28.
So yeah.
I've got to maybe do that. I haven't.
How many do they have already?
Oh, 1327. So they're good. I haven't seen where it is. We just got an email from them. Oh yeah, MMP had debate. Both came out with their newsletters, MMP and GMT.
What? I don't get those.
You don't get their newsletters, dude?
I buy from them all the time too.
Yeah, you need to sign up for those. It's nice to get them. I mean, pretty much everyone will post on. You can go to Multimans on Facebook; they'll have it there, and GMT too, or on their website.
I didn't find out that I had that they were using my videos over there until you. I went over there and looked at it. I saw your post in there about me being big time. Now I didn't know they don't have one of those sites. Can you subscribe to them on Facebook? Because I couldn't find any way to subscribe to them.
Yeah, I wouldn't subscribe to Facebook. I subscribe via like the typical email name list deal.
All right, because I saw the Facebook thing. I was like, what?
Well, here's what drives me crazy. Like I post a ton of things about multi-man publishing games, and I get nothing on there. I'm like, what the heck? Why do I have to do to get them to post my games? So it includes 2 scenarios: an 8-turn invasion scenario and a 24-turn campaign game. Exit off the north of the map, 1 day per turn, 3.8 kilometers per hex. Blah blah. Again, see 1 counter sheet.
Well, yeah, but most of the Simonage games, the unit counters are pretty much on 1 sheet. But you're telling me that the units and the info?
It says 1 counter sheet.
Wow. What's that, 280 counters maybe?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Regiment, battalion size.
Hey, Peter, I got your note about that Brawner's Farm, and I like the interesting stuff about the Iron Brigade because they really weren't considered much of an Iron Brigade in those days. It's blurry, but I see it. Oh, there's maps of it now. I didn't see that before. If you look at that now.
Boy, that
He didn't have a ball sale this year, did they?
no, they did it some other. I think they had a sale during COVID for people.
What's being printed in the P500s right now? Let's see. Because the new year's already here.
Boy, that's a really small game.
Yeah. Shipping now. Nothing I want.
Are you at GMTs or Multiman?
GMT. Multiman, they never update their damn site. Oh, the Dark Summer. Normandy 40. Oh, I didn't pre-order that. Oh my God.
What is the problem?
And it's done now. So yeah, I'm waiting on Into the Woods. There's all the Army groups. It looks like they met their numbers.
Yeah, and so where are they in the printing?
Final art and final development.
I think only Center is in art, and the other two I don't know.
Well, they got them all three right here now. Oh, yeah. Well, they're all in the same line right there. Well, I wonder if they're going to, well, it's not going to matter. Not that I'm going to set them all up together, but I wonder if the new reprints of North and Center will still line up with the originals.
Well, that's what I didn't understand. Since they're reprinting, I didn't know if they're going to combine some of those others. Joey's saying that EFS Crimea is a lot more enjoyable than I thought initially it was going to be, so that's cool. Lots of different factions in War of the Sun. Interesting rules about patriots hiding in grass and bamboo. I'm not too sure about the China front. They helped a bit in Burma, but after the Japanese first invasion, most Chinese actions were internal. Japan never really did much after 41. Yeah, maybe. It seems like what I see most about the Russo-Japanese was, Japanese-Chinese War was in like tactical level, advanced squad leader and other games. Seems like
but and I would have never thought of wanting a game like that until I saw when I was watching, was it Indy Nidell doing the World War II series on YouTube? I started seeing all the battles that he was covering. I'm like, oh my God, there was a lot of major combat between Japan and China. There's got to be a game out there that has some of it.
Yeah, you'd think.
Yeah, Peter, I have played the second Manassas in the Great Battles of American Civil War, and the first actually. I played both of them, but they're right there along the main pike there in the second one. That's yeah, I like those stories about those. It's funny if you go through the list of, I don't know what I was doing one night, but I was doing a search of specialized names for units in the Civil War, and of course the Union has a boat ton of them. But the Confederates, there really weren't that many, compared to the Union anyhow. War of Resistance. Joey, is it a hex-based game? Because you know me. I'm asking you. I could just look at this stuff. Yeah, I don't even see Into the Woods. It's 1,031 orders, and it's still in freaking art and final development. Still.
Which one?
Into the Woods, the next great battles of the American Civil War. Shiloh. And the other one on there is there's Salerno. So 1,300 orders for Salerno. Wow.
I know.
The price probably took care of that. How about those no retreat games? Did you care for any of those? You ever played any?
I had forgotten I'd played one until I was looking through my videos. And I'm like, oh, I think I did a search for no retreat and mine came up. I'm like, whoa, I played that. I'd have to watch it again because I was actually thinking about getting Italy front and stuff, but
Right.
I must have not. I don't know. They have I like the cards. That's kind of cool. I don't know. I just couldn't. I think it's a little higher scale for me,
Right.
so I don't care. I mean, I'd have to see it again. I don't know.
I looked at one. The maps look. I don't know. They look small.
Yeah, card assisted. I think is no retreat, right? Yeah, for no retreat. Hex based says Joey. Yeah.
War of Resistance. Who makes it, Joey?
Lots of deserters from the Iron Brigade. Okay, blah blah blah. I'm not sure about. Okay.
Just go to Board Game Geek there. War of Resistance.
Sorry, everybody. I'm trying to find the Multi-Man Publishing email that we just got. Oh, it's probably on Facebook. I can go check it out on Facebook. I'll just read it to everybody here. Oh, I got the GMT one right here too. Oh, my phone's about to die too. Multi-Man Publishing Company.
Oh, I've looked at this War of Resistance.
Oh, it's the production forecast. Okay, here's a production forecast for M&P, like live news. All right, so I've given everyone a couple kicks in the can. I think I have this right. However, the final word rests with Brian Perry and Chaz. Do all the real work. So, Advanced Squad Leader, Manila HASL will go on pre-order. An untitled Australian pack will print. ASL Journal 13 will be released. They're going to finally release an electronic ASL rulebook via Wargame Vault. Pocket Chapter H, which is all the armor notes, pocket charts, and pocket rulebook will go on sale shortly. Oh, pocket charts? Supplemental map bundle 2 will be released. Hollow Legions will go on pre-order. Normandy H8 Historic will go on pre-order. That will be a buy for me. Overlay pack and the 2021 Winter Offensive pack will print. Area Movement Series, Storm Over Jerusalem will go on pre-order. Battalion Combat Series, Panzer Last Stand will go on pre-order. Era Court will go on pre-order. Great Campaigns of the American Civil War, Hood Strikes North will be released.
When?
Yes. Stonewall Jackson's Way 2 reprint will be released.
When?
On 2 Richmond 2 will go on pre-order. You're asked too many questions, and it doesn't say.
I got those first two you mentioned on pre-order.
Well, it's going to be released, so that means you're getting them in 21, right?
Well, okay, that's a whole year. Don't you have a month in there somewhere where you can...
Well, I didn't put them in, man. Grand Tactical Series Race for Bastogne will be released. OCS Third Winter will go on pre-order. Standard Combat, they're going to reprint Autumn for Barbarossa as a standalone game. That's big because they put it in a magazine. You can't find that magazine anywhere, not even used. Nowhere. And I find that interesting. I'm like, what was so popular about it? Why was it really good or was it just rare?
I've never heard nobody say nothing bad about it. Matter of fact, I've had 3 people tell me you really should get that and play it.
Well, then maybe that's when I'll get. I wish they did West Front SCS. You know what? They probably just need someone to design it. Guess I'll get on that. And then a Special Ops magazine, and yeah. So there you go.
I don't see none of that shit on their website.
Nope. Yeah, their website. They got a guy he's been doing. I don't know if it's the same guy, but they've been doing better. But yeah,
that website's crap, dude. I mean, it's junk. I hate to say that. They still got all the sale price stuff back up, still on there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, from back on Black Friday or back on Veterans Day. I can't. That was a good sale. I can't knock that. I can't believe I didn't get them. Oh.
Yeah, I know. I didn't buy Day of Days. Like, I don't want that, and then I ended up paying $60 for it. I'm like, it was $30.
$60 is still pretty good.
Yeah, it is. I mean, considering all you get for it, and I go by number of games I've played. I've now played 2 games of it, and not the full campaign, but 2 games. That's
you play the big one. You got room to set that thing up?
Yeah.
You can set up all 4 of those maps.
Oh yeah, I got an 8x6 table here, so.
Yeah, I'd have to add. I've got a 6x5. I'd have to add. I think just a little bit on the end.
That's how I'm playing right now with so those big old clump of shits there. That's Villers Bocage, and I just set up the 3 maps just to be silly, just to show people how big it is.
John, what magazine? Autumn for Barbarossa? Don't start no shit, John.
Yeah, what are you talking about? I didn't. So if I got my table, so 6 foot, it won't fit. I got to orient it the other way. So because there's another map that goes here. Golden Juno or Golden or Juno and.
You're going to end up setting up one of those. Maybe not the 4-mapper, but you're going to end up setting up one of those. You need to play the Commonwealth beaches that I played, and let's see what your outcome is.
That's the one I would be interested in. Like playing, I'm going to take a break from it for a little after Murray and I are done with this one. He's going to probably play Heights of Courage, and then I'm probably going to just play something else.
John, don't start no crap about that. You don't tell me that Autumn for Barbarossa is available.
Yeah, are you talking about the
magazine?
It was a couple weeks ago.
I know somebody who's got 3 or 4 copies of it, but he ain't gonna sell them to us for no $26. Tell you that right now.
So yeah, I mean, would your guy have the Blitzkrieg Legend available?
Well, that's where I got mine. But I think the other one he had, I want to say he had 2, and I think the other one he had was in Shrinkrap. But you know what? I'll find out.
Yeah, let's see if he has it. I don't know.
I will find out.
That'd be awesome.
It is a good game. It is.
You say that am I hearing hesitancy or
no? Now, if we were talking about Stalingrad Pocket, I'm amazed I'm not in tears yet. But I'm going to finish it. I'm going to do. I don't see it. I mean, I know that the dice rolls I've had for the Russians have been phenomenal, but that's I don't know. I don't see. I mean, well, let's put it this way: if the way that thing is unfolding for me was, I mean, if the accuracy of the troops involved in this game were the same as the accuracy of the troops that were involved in 1942, then I must be one piece of shit when it comes to moving troops around compared to what the Germans were in Stalingrad, because I could not see any option of keeping them in Stalingrad. There was no way. So now I better hope I can get some stuff together to counterattack. Yeah, I don't see that happening.
Yeah, I applaud you sticking with it. The only one I played to that is one of my early videos was playing just one of the breakout scenarios or something, just a smaller scenario.
I watched your video.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I did. Because you started. See, you were playing the one where I think 4th Panzer or 4th, whatever it is, Hof's boys come up from the south or whatever.
Yeah.
Because I remember you were trying to move up that side road. I remember you talking and moving. And next thing you know, you're like, well, this is fucking stupid or something like that.
No, yeah. So that was that series. I made videos while I was learning, but I did a video for each phase. So I was like, okay, here's the movement phase. I actually like doing a video that way. That was kind of fun. I wasn't doing live videos then at that time. But yeah, I remember coming on and saying, yeah, this is why we play war games. Because I had like a 20-1 stack, and and the 20 you lost, and I don't know, it was dumb.
Yeah, I'm getting right now. I just can't see it. The Russians are just completely overwhelming the Germans, and just there's like 4 or 5 armor stacks of the Germans, but if you get in there and you make a good attack, you're not moving them anymore, and then they're sitting there. They got attack strengths of 6, 6, and 4, but their defenses are like 3, 1, and 2. So after you attack, they're sitting there. That the primary objective of those Russian armored forces is to go slap those German armored forces right in the face, and that's what they do.
Yeah,
I've only got four pieces. I tell you what, I need to go ahead and get Iron Curtain.
Yeah, people seem to like that.
Yeah,
it's kind of your era, isn't it?
Huh?
That's one of your eras, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, I was over there in that era, but I'm not. My favorite one is Hope Gap, the Central Front series from SPI.
I'm sorry. Which one do you like?
The Central Front series from SPI.
I don't know that one.
That was like, God, that had to be one of the first cuts of Cold War Europe, East Germany, West Germany. And I always liked it because I could see my unit.
Yeah, that's cool. Oh yeah, NATO's coming out from Compass. Yeah, you're right, Peter.
All my Romanians are almost dead in that game.
So Joey, do you have any insight into what GMT's doing? I mean, are they going to reprint what is it, Rostov, Crimea? There's like 3 or 4 smaller ones. All I see is that they're redoing the Central, North, and I just can't decide if I should do that or not. I mean, I'm like, well,
Can't you still buy?
yeah, but I hesitate when they're getting ready to come out with something new.
Well, yeah, but they're not reprinting the Rostov, Kiev to Rostov or Crimea. I don't think so, because those are still fairly recent, I want to say.
Okay. They on the GMT site, they show how they'll match up and do all that stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, did you see the video where Kev took all of them and laid them all out together?
Yeah, that was awesome. That was a long time ago.
Yeah. It's like, wow. I have the war in Europe, SPI's war in the East, war in the West together. And I don't have a room big enough to lay all those maps out. And
I love showing. I've been showing Rick Murray when they get together some of those huge games at Consim World, and they're just freaking huge.
Whole half a room.
Yeah, it's dumb. I mean, it's just dumb. It's so big. It's awesome.
And I know darn well that they have.
All right, here we go. Barbarossa, Crimea, Kiev to Rostov, army group. So don't get the army groups because those are the ones coming out. Typhoon. Typhoon was like the first one, I think, or something. Right, let's look up Crimea.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, $35.
And that's, you can still get it, right?
Very good.
Yeah.
I should shut up about this. Someone online might be like, "Oh, I want it."
Well, where are you looking at? You're looking at GMT, right?
Oh, you can get it new still?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I want to say Crimea and Kiev to Rostov are their latest ones, I thought.
Who sells GMT games?
Yeah, Van Borges. That's right, Joey. I forgot who it was for a second there. Fire in the East, Scorched Earth, and Urals. I used to have, I want to say it was GW. Was it Boots and Saddles? And as a matter of fact, my counter clipping box, where I throw all my junk as I'm clipping. Recognize that title?
Oh, geesh.
I think I threw the game components out years ago.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah, it didn't appeal to me. Which you'd think it would.
Well, GMT lists that game as though you can buy it, but yeah, I don't think you can buy it.
I haven't even seen it yet.
Yeah, that's really strange. They got it listed with like a blue link, but it's like I don't think you can buy those. It's got a price list on it, like it's for sale, but I'm like, there's no
in there.
There's no purchase.
Well, I mean, they said that they were dead until. Oh yeah, you're right. There's not. Huh. And Kiev to Rostov's.
It's got 8. Crimea's got 8 scenarios. That's pretty good.
You can't buy Kiev to Rostov either. But I'd be willing to bet you that those 2 games are still out there somewhere where you can get them. What's that place I go to? What's his name?
Gray Rooster? No.
I got some of his cards around here. I bought a couple games from him. Oh shit. I got it right here somewhere. NWS.
Oh yeah. Oh, I can't imagine he has them. He'll have it.
Terrible.
He'll have them like
You don't have any of those.
I mean, if he has them, they're gone.
I found a place that I prefer to buy from now called I saved it. Where did I save it at? I saved it. Darn it. I bought a couple games from somebody turned me on to it. I posted it in the Facebook. Oh, come on. It's another guy that sells discounted games.
Yeah, I'd love to know it. It's always nice to have options.
Christ. You got to be kidding me. I'll have to do some digging on that one. Had a funny name. I posted it in Facebook, though. Yeah, well. Century Box in Calgary. Lots of used games, and they've been around since the 70s. Warren East PC version, anyone? You talking about Grigsby's, Joey? Oh, Warren Europe PC version now. Yeah, I've got that. I finished punching, I think, West. I was working on East. And I know Gimpy Gamer, he wants to get his hands on it. But I kind of want to play a scenario or two in it. Yeah, John, it's NWS, but then there's another one that I found that I posted. Somebody turned me on to it. I immediately bought games from them, and boy, my stuff arrived within a week.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I mean, there's a couple I hear about, and I think of them, and I bookmark them, and I can never find my bookmarks. And I don't know, I'm not very good at making bookmarks and stuff. So,
and I thought for sure that I had saved the email. I bought some games from Ardwolf, actually.
Yeah, I've watched him when he's put some sales up. I haven't seen anything that's really grabbed me, but
he had he had 4 that I wanted, but I wasn't quick enough. I got 3 of them, and I'm waiting for Jester.
You gotta think Jester's going to start dumping.
He doesn't want to play him. Well, I can't remember where I got this from, but you know what? It's late. I'm old. I got to pee. I'm going back to work tomorrow. So.
Yeah, so you and I both have to work in the morning, and you're up an hour later than me.
Yeah, I've been laid out on the couch for the last 2 days.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I walked into work Wednesday, and I was like, Jesus Christ, I felt like shit. And then came on home and felt pretty good yesterday, but then I got up this morning. I was like, man, I'm not 30 no more. So
you know the big C, do you? It's like everyone I know's got it.
No, but one of the departments that I'm doing a project with, their entire department shut down because of it. And one of the guys, me and one of the girls that works with me, we spent like an afternoon out in the field doing some GPS work. And he sends me an email saying, well, he says, the wife and I feel fine, but the doctors think that we might be one of these non-symptomatic transmitters that has it, and it's just not affecting us. So that's great. Well, I appreciate if you would let me know immediately when your test comes back. So he messaged me this morning. He came back negative. So, but that's good. So I was just sick, just not feeling good. So, but I'm going back tomorrow because I got too much crap I got to do.
Well, get some sleep, man. Thanks for coming on with me, man. I really appreciate it.
I enjoy it, man. Anytime you do it, I'd like to pop on and say, hey.
Okay, that's awesome. Thanks, everybody who watched. Good crew tonight. Thanks for chatting. Everybody be awesome. We'll probably see you this weekend sometime. So we'll see it. Bye-bye. 2.5 hours. Who knew?